Hey everyone, it's Jessica Edwards in Wilmington, North Carolina. I want to talk about pricing properties. And, a lot of times people will ask me about a particular property and they'll say, like, how do you think that's priced? Or where do you think it should be priced? And even on specific neighborhoods or areas where I know them, like, just so well, like my own neighborhood, for instance, that I know backwards and forwards on sales and what's on the market and just all the ins and outs of, it is very hard for me I cannot give somebody a recommendation of price or answer yes or no whether a property is priced well until I sit down and look at the comps to that specific property, to that specific property's features, to that specific property's square footage. So even knowing all those numbers until I actually sit down and look at it and really sort of dissect it and look at it, looking at that specific property, I cannot give an opinion a lot of times, because sometimes I may think in my head, yeah, that sounds like it's priced pretty well. And then when I sit down and look at the square footage and look at the comparables and look at the features, it's actually not priced really well. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If somebody's spouting out things, oh, that needs this, that, whatever, and they haven't run the numbers or looked at anything, how are they? It's a lot of information to keep in your head. And I remember a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of neighborhoods very well, especially my own, but I still can't give that information unless I specifically look at it for that specific property. Now, this also goes kind of 2 steps deeper. If I am pricing out a property, I often can give someone a pretty good and pretty tight price range. If I'm able to see photos of the inside of the house, you can see Google Maps to see lots and different things, and I can pull a lot of information online. I'm able to see a lot of stuff to give you a pretty good price range of where your property needs to be without even walking through it. And so that's just a benefit of today's world of technology, if you will, because you're able to pull all that information and see so much. I'm able to sort of gather all of that and give a pretty good opinion on price without even walking through the property. Once I walk through the property, if anything's changed drastically or the photos are very different or whatever, then that can sway it one way or the other, but it's pretty easy to come up with a pretty good price range. So keep that in mind. I have a lot of people that will call me or email and say, Jessica, will you give me just sort of a price range? What does it look like for my house right now? And I'm able to do that without having to come walk through your house or, sit down and look at some of those specifics, as long as I've been in it or as long as I know, pretty much what it looks like. So just my thoughts. If you have any questions or comments or you disagree, please feel free to email me at jessicaedwards@seacoastrealty.com. And of course, you can always check us out at thecarolinasfinest.com. Thanks so much for listening. Have a wonderful day.